Alright. So we're fucking back. Let's see. We got those two. Let's get the Rachel Zeg shit out of the way.
Rachel Zegler was supposed to be Disney's next shining star. After making headlines as the fresh
Oh man, yeah, she fucked that shit up, dude. I don't know what the hell she was thinking when she was fucking doing what is it called, Snow White, dude, but she just like shot herself in the foot like mega.
lead in West Side Story, all eyes were on her as she stepped into one of the most iconic roles of all time, Snow White. This was her moment, the role that could have propelled her into A-list stardom, but instead of a fairy tale ending, it's looking more like a total catastrophe because now the gloves
Yeah,
are
dude, she's getting like fucking roastado, dude. Like Jack Black even shit on her, dude. Like everybody's been telling her to fuck off because like, bro, what are you doing? You're just attacking your fans. Like you're not doing anything.
off. Allegations are flying that her very own co-star, Andrew Burnap the Prince himself,
Have they ever thought about maybe like a little bit of like, I don't know, vulnerability
Yeah,
study,
dead ass.
opposition research, that sort
I
of
mean, why would he not attack her? She literally went on a fucking video saying, "Oh, well, his roles, they could get cut. His roles could like not exist anymore. Oh well, like well, that's Hollywood. Like, what do you mean? Well, this is Hollywood for you now, too, bitch. Dude, you can get cut too. Fuck you."
thing before you go and hire some Zoomer who's a lunatic?
Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
They say all you have to do to make your wish come true is let it echo, 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 echo. There's a big focus on her love story.
Good, take your own advice.
It's a guy who literally stalks her. Weird.
Weird.
Of the left, the progressives always finding a way to find their way back to doing something not progressive.
is blaming Rachel for Snow White's complete failure, not just at the box office, but behind
What
the
a
scenes
goober,
too.
yo.
According to sources, Burnap believes Zegler is the reason this remake turned into a chaotic disaster, accusing her of seizing the creative.
Oh,
Control
100%.
and transforming what should have been a timeless fairy tale into, well, whatever this was.
A political
And
fight
let's
or
be
whatever.
honest,
I don't even
he
know.
might
Yeah.
have a point. The numbers don't lie.
Or 100% he
The
has a point.
so-called
What?
modern
This shit
Snow
flopped
White
because
barely
I'm pretty
scraped
sure.
together
I'm pretty sure they're literally suing her because of this shit.
$194 million globally against a staggering budget that could have
Like,
funded
chat.
an actual
I'm pretty sure they mentioned some shit about them wanting their money back from the bonuses, or like wanting to take the money away from her from the bonuses and not give it to her. And as a matter of fact, they're asking for the money that they gave her back to Disney because of how much money she cost them from all the shit that she did and was like posting and everything. So it was like she literally like played herself, dude. It's hilarious.
kingdom.
They spent 170 million to make the thing, and it had the lowest opening, under 50 million, of any of these live-action Disney remakes that they've ever had.
Yeah, dude, Minecraft movie literally did better than this. Like, what the fuck?
It's awful, generic. Never mind that the lyrics make no sense at all. All you have to do to make your dream come true is let it echo. Is it like on a metaphor?
What does that even mean, dude?
I sat through the whole thing. This was really bad. It was extremely leftist on every
Oh, 100%.
political dimension. Racial
100%.
politics, sexual politics, class politics, regime politics. Its narrative was cowardly. It was just awful.
Yeah, bro. It was literally just a political movie, bro. I mean, this bitch was talking about, if you're a white male, I don't want you to come into this movie. Like, this movie's, like, literally made to piss you off.
In the live action,
Yeah.
now it's Snow White and the 7 magical beings.
Wait, it's 7 and the magical beings. They won't just
Seven
say
magical
and the 7
beings.
dwarves.
No,
Oh,
it's
what?
the dwarves for right now. That's the only jobs that are there.
It's got extra musical numbers that are incredibly unnecessary that really add to that runtime. And let me go ahead and let you know that they're absolutely f***ing atrocious.
And while the film itself is flopping worse than anyone anticipated, the drama unfolding off-screen
Oh,
might be
man.
even messier.
Fuck yeah.
Because this isn't just about bad box office numbers. This is about what really went down behind the scenes. The power struggles, the egos, and the alleged blame shifting that's now
The
staring out
Gigos.
into the open and at the center of it all. Rachel Zegler.
Rachel Zegler.
So what exactly did Andrew Burnap say? Why is he allegedly calling out his own co-star? And how much of this fiasco can really be pinned on Rachel.
Doing catastrophically. They spent $300 million and it currently has a 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
The movie has a major identity crisis.
A new Disney boss babe who is Rachel Zegler, the inverse of
Rachel
Disney
Zegler.
voted Someday My Prince Will Come and made a modernized feminist alternative.
Last week was a very big week, objectively a huge week. We had quite a few announcements as a first live action film, which is Snow White and the Evil Queen. And that's me, I'm Snow White, which is so fun.
Pretending like Rachel Zegler is the fairest of them all when she looks like Lord Farquaad in the film.
Dude, Lord Farquaad is actually fucked
What
up.
kind of woman do we want out there seeking true love, Eliana? It's the outrage.
Oh, buckle up because the gossip is sizzling. Hot word on the street is that Andrew Burnap is done playing nice. Behind closed doors, and according to some pretty loud rumors, Burnap has been venting about just how derailed this Snow White production became. And the person he's allegedly pointing the finger at, you guessed it, Rachel Zegler. Insiders close to the project claim Burnap has been brutally candid with people in his circle.
Hardcore.
They're petrified of some kind of backlash.
Broke out with this news, and I'm very, very, very excited and looking forward.
Oh my God.
Rachel Zegler, like so many kids raised on TikTok, she's all for infantata is the only global solution.
Lines that they say, like magic mirror on the wall. It was a lot of fun.
So apparently, according to them, and
Like, bro, this bitch also fucking cost them even more money, and that's another reason probably why they want the money back, because fucking this bitch started fucking posting shit about fucking Palestine, all this fucking bullshit, you know, and keep in mind, her co-star, Gal Gadot, is Jewish, so because of this fucking bitch, they literally fucking had to hire security, because Rachel Zegler thought it was a good idea to start fucking basically posting shit that would incite violence against her co-star, you know, because she's Jewish. So they literally had to fucking hire goddamn security because of this bitch. Like, bro, she just, like, that does not think about anything. She just, like, doesn't think.
according to the writers of Snow White, women can't even want to be in love anymore.
Part of the first, fairy
That's actually
tale
crazy,
ever
dude.
told.
And
Can you
here's the
imagine, like,
saying,
being able to
go
be in
woke,
love?
get broke, and Disney's going to lose money on this movie. And I believe it only
Oh my
made less
God.
than $1 million.
She came out and she said, I apologize. Like, I went too far. But it wasn't.
It wasn't saying that the original vision of the film was entirely wrecked the moment Zegler started requesting changes to the script. We're talking major revisions, storyline restructuring, entire scenes allegedly reshaped around her so-called modern feminist spin on the character.
Modern feminist.
And apparently Andrew wasn't the only one noticing these
Dude, if you're a fucking feminist, then you probably shouldn't be accepting a role where the fucking girl is like a love story, dude. Like, what? Like, if you are a so-called feminist, then you probably should not be accepting a role where the main character is literally saved by a man and falls in love. Like, are you actually a fucking idiot? This is like hating Star Wars and accepting the role of Princess Leia. Like, are you stupid or are you stupid?
alterations, but he's the one bold enough to speak up about it. Now here's where it gets messy. From what sources are saying, Burnett believed they were. All signing on to remake a classic, The Tale We Grew Up With. But as the rewrites accumulated and Rachel's influence on the direction grew stronger, the project reportedly transformed into something totally unrecognizable. Gone was the fairy tale. Romance gone was the heart of the story. Instead, we got a heroine who openly ridicules the original plot, calling it weird and dated.
Weird.
Further and further into the background, and Andrew allegedly, he was not here. For it, he's reportedly told friends that his role felt diminished, stripped of meaning. Some say...
I mean, dude, she literally fucking, like, on the red carpet, was like, oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if if all the scenes got cut. I mean, that's Hollywood for you. Like, oh, wow, oh, wow. Like, what? Are you fucking an idiot?
Burnap even argued behind the scenes that the whole essence of the film was being lost in the process, turning into a preachy disaster, instead of a heartfelt fantasy. And while the studio might have tried to keep a lid on the tension during the press tour, sources claimed that Andrew's frustration was hard to hide. But the worst part, rumor has it, every time concerns were raised, they were allegedly shut down by the same answer. This is Rachel's vision now, and if that's true, well, it explains a lot about why this film ended up the way it did. Because when your lead actress is dictating how the entire story should be told, and your own co-star feels like he's being sidelined in the process, that's not just creative differences, that's a full-blown rebellion,
Yeah,
But believe it
dead
or not,
ass.
this was only the start of the turmoil.
Oh my god.
From the very beginning,
So
Rachel
it's getting
Zegler made it
worse.
crystal clear. She wasn't here to play Disney Princess Nope. She was here to rewrite the story completely.
Like, it's like this bitch, like, bro, oh my god. Did nobody tell her what happened to Indiana Jones? And, like, the bitch who tried, like, literally inserting herself as the main character instead of Indy? Like, bro, we're not here for you, bro. We don't give a shit about you and your political stance. We're here for the thing, not you, bro. We're here for Indiana Jones. We're here for Snow White. We're not fucking here for you, bro.
In interviews leading up to the movie's release, Zegler didn't just hint at a contemporary twist. She flat out called the original Snow White outdated and strange. She criticized the classic
We see
guy
this.
to save her. To be honest, classics of all time, calling out
Wow,
her
wow,
that
so
built
let
the
me sit
entire
back, guy.
Disney empire, it all
Yeah.
reviews any of the old-fashioned romance. That made Snow White a global icon in the first place. Furious behind the scenes.
The scenes.
Because
This
here's the
fucking
thing.
robot. Yeah,
People
probably the
didn't show up
robot.
to see Snow White rebranded
Yeah, she
a
fucking
match
watched
and
it
to
by
question
herself
the
at the movie
title
theater like a
answer.
fucking
The
freak,
opening-
dude.
Let's put that into
This bitch really showed up to the movie theater by herself with her friends and was the only one in that goddamn movie theater watching it. That, you know how embarrassing that is? Why would you post that, dude? That's embarrassing.
perspective. Other Disney remakes like The Lion King, Beauty
Like, dude, you're a Disney star. Everybody's supposed to be, you know, lining up to see your movie theater, selling out tickets, and you're the only one there watching your own movie. You know, fucking like, bro.
and the Beast, and even Aladdin opened too. Hundreds of millions, and week even worse. The movie quickly became the punchline of industry-owned PR
Yeah, everybody's like
disaster.
shitting on it right now.
When you stack it against the movie's just from day one, audiences didn't connect with the movie. Loving was wrong, and Disney had gambled everything on ratement. Fans weren't showing up to celebrate the rebrand.
Yeah,
They
nobody
were
was,
staying
dude.
home and
Fuck
making it
that
loud,
shit.
and clear on social media exactly why they had no interest in supporting this version of the fairy tale. And while Disney's PR team scrambled to spin the numbers, trying to blame market conditions or viewer fatigue, everyone knew what the real issue was. The audience didn't reject Snow White, they rejected this Snow White. And the fallout, oh, it was just getting started. If the behind-the-scenes drama wasn't bad enough, Rachel Zegler's social media behavior poured fuel on the fire. Because while Disney was busy trying to promote this remake as a fresh, empowering take on a beloved classic, Zegler was out here making headlines for all the wrong reasons. And we're not talking about playful banter or harmless promo posts. We're talking full-on political statements that had nothing to do with the film and everything to do with sparking controversy. Because Disney, yeah, they don't do well with any kind of political heat when they're trying to sell theme park tickets and lunchboxes. Insiders claimed the post caused chaos internally. PR teams scrambling executives, allegedly furious meetings called damage control in full swing. The last thing Disney wanted was to have the star of their family-friendly remake wading into one of the most polarizing political issues on the planet, right before the movie's release. And this wasn't some one-off post she deleted and moved on. From Zegler stood by it.
Of
doubled.
course. Based. Fucking doubling down on it. But like, what is up with everybody just doubling down on shit, and then, you know, when shit hits the fan and they realize that they're just fucking wrong and that they're fucking they're an incompetent bastard. Now all of a sudden it's, oh, I misspoke. I was wrong. I misspoke. I didn't actually mean that. Like, shut up, dude. Just shut up.
And while some fans praised her for speaking her truth, a massive chunk of the audience wasn't so forgiving. People started.
Why do people say that? That's not speaking your truth. What does that even mean, bro? I don't know what that means, and neither do you. What the fuck is speaking your truth? That's your opinion, bro. That's not a truth.
Started questioning whether they even wanted to support the film at all.
Golly.
Hashtags calling for boycotts popped up overnight. Comment sections turned toxic. The official Snow White posts on Disney's own channels flooded with backlash. The whole promo campaign spiraled into a PR disaster that no amount of fairy dust could fix. And here's where things really start to sting. Disney allegedly tried to rein her in, told her to cool it, but Zegler by all accounts wasn't interested in complying. She kept her foot on the gas, putting her personal politics front and center.
Yeah, bro, like, we don't care about your politics, bro. Just shut up and put on the fucking dress, dude.
While Disney desperately tried to steer the ship back, toward neutral ground. But the damage was done because it's one thing for a film to fail.
Like, it's the same thing with the Avengers, dude. Like, when all of them started trying to give me their fucking political views, like fucking, what's that guy's name? The guy who plays the Incredible Hulk, and like Robert Downey Jr. and all the Avengers trying to like fucking pose for Kamala Harris. Like, bro, just shut the fuck up and put on the goddamn suit, put on the goddamn Iron Man suit, you know, turn into the Incredible Hulk, and that's it, dude. You know, like shut up, dude. I'm not asking you for your political opinion. Like what the fuck? You're Iron Man, bro. I don't care about what your political view is, dude. If I like, what the fuck?
Because the story didn't resonate. It's another thing entirely when the audience feels like they're being lectured by the lead actress before they even buy a ticket.
Oh man, yeah.
And as bad as the social media fallout was, the industry reaction even worse. The knives really came out when Jonah Platt. Yeah, that. Jonah Platt, the son of Snow White producer Mark Platt, decided he wasn't going to stay silent in a move. That stunned many in the industry. Jonah went public. No sugarcoating, no vague statements. He straight up blamed Rachel Zegler's off-screen behavior, her interviews, her social media posts, her political takes for the absolute catastrophe that the
because she's a baboon.
Snow White remake had become. According to Jonah, Zegler's nonstop commentary wasn't just distracting, it was destructive. He accused her of single-handedly ruining the film's reputation before it even had a chance to succeed, turning what could have been a nostalgic box office smash into a hotbed of controversy. And the thing is, Jonah wasn't alone behind the scenes. There was already plenty of chatter that Disney had made an error by giving Zegler so much power.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I don't know why they would give her so much power.
Furious that she'd been allowed to go on interview after interview criticizing the original story, mocking the prince, and alienating the very audience Disney was counting on. And whether people agree with Jonah or not, one thing was clear: the controversy.
Yeah, no, he's 100% right. Like, what the fuck? He was just shit talking the whole thing the entire time. Why would you want somebody that's trying to prey on your downfall there?
It was about reputation.
Just like you're self-sabotaging.
That
like, what the
reputation
fuck?
was looking shakier by the day. The drama surrounding Rachel. Zegler and Disney's Snow White remake serves as a warning tale about the challenges of adapting classic stories for modern audiences. It highlights the
Yeah, dude, I already know, like, oh, I don't know why I fucking do that. I already know in fucking the future, like you know, when they teach acting classes and shit, and like they teach you how to act and stuff, and like what to do when you're trying to, you know, get scouted and stuff. I already know they're gonna show you this is like what not to do, dude. Do not be like Rachel Zegler. Like, oh my god. Anyways, that's enough for today. Hopefully you guys have learned a valuable lesson, you know, not to be like fucking Rachel Zeg. Anyways, I will catch you guys in the next one, and peace.